All right. Hello, everybody. Everybody's here that's supposed to be here, and half of John is with us. So you get a 2.5 show.
There we go.
And Ron is not going to be here tonight because he is working. He managed to take some personal time off today. I guess it's personal. I have no idea what he did. And then his guilt got the better of him, and he decided to stay over there and sit in the, as he put it, cockpit of Kickstarter 6.
Yeah, I told him that we locked his office and he can't leave until it starts.
Yeah. It's going to smell.
Howdy folks, and welcome to another Reaper Bones VI Kickstarter news video. If you're not caught up on what this is, I recommend heading back in this playlist, which you can find in the card and in the description below. While you're down there, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out, and it'll keep you as up to date as possible on these news releases along with the rest of my content. Now this one will be a little bit lighter, perhaps. However, there's still a lot of new minis to show off today. Minis that were a complete surprise, among other things.
But what do we have tonight?
Yes, you're right, Ed. We shouldn't dilly-dally. So, without further ado, now this first set of things we've already kind of seen little bits of. In one of their painting streams, Reaper showed off those promo minis and those bugbears along with the 30th anniversary dragon, which is pretty huge. Also in the same stream, a few bits of new info were dropped regarding potential or likely inclusions into the Kickstarter. And some of these revelations are fairly significant. For one, there'll be less dragons than in Bones 5, which had a lot of dragons. But on the other hand, other minis of that scale could be filling in that gap. 2, there will probably be a bust included in the Kickstarter, maybe more than one. Ron suggested it could be a draconic themed bust. He also stated that if it wasn't ready for Bones 6, we'd see it down the line. I suspect that'll be a theme going forward. 3, there were more jokes about that lighthouse inclusion, which, if you were involved in any Reaper communities, the lighthouse is a bit of a running gag, though maybe this time around they'll actually make a lighthouse model as part of an add-on. We'll see. And finally, 4, we had the mention of a Knoll set, which at this point had never been mentioned before, but they are apparently looking good, and they were juxtaposed to the Bugbear set, so I expect there'll be an add-on like them. We'll have to see though, all that can change before the 30th. That's all that stream got us, though in a later release, John and some others mentioned a ghost mini or an underwater creature may have been shown. I scrubbed through that old stream, and maybe it was too blink and you'll miss it, but I don't remember seeing that being shown. So I think that just means there was one of those that maybe could have been shown off, but it just wasn't. Or maybe it's just being misremembered. Who knows? Either way, a ghost mini or two would make sense, as we're expecting an undead expansion of some sort centering around that crypt that we saw a while back. And speaking of things that we saw a while back, they showed off those metal coins we previously saw renders of. Tweaks are still being made, but these coins are said to be coming in a random assortment of 50 as an add-on or some other bonus purchase. They won't be in the core set, that's for sure. Yes, when it was just the 5 coins, it would have made sense to have them in the core set, but with it being a bag of 50, a standalone thing makes more sense. They look pretty good, a nice way to reward your players with physical tokens, though the random aspect does worry me that we might end up with too many or too few of certain coins. Though with it being 50, it seems relatively unlikely to be a problem. Well, I don't want to pay that too much mind, because we got plenty more to go through. For one, we got this silhouette tease. The community had a fun time of guessing what this could be. Some folks apparently guessed right, but no confirmation was given. Next, we got this reveal for the core set, a new group of familiars, a part 1 even. We got a ferret, an owl, a rooster, and a red panda. That last one's pretty unique. I've not seen a red panda mini before. The rumor section of this unlock also names a specific character and lists what general class they would be, a wizard. So perhaps we'll be seeing her show up in one of these unlocks too. I didn't find anything about her on the web store, so it's probably a new sculpt if so. With the number 1 attached to this, we can expect there'll be at least one other familiars unlock. Given what they've said in the past about spreading out the unlocks, I suspect we could get more than 2 unlocks for the familiars, but we'll have to wait and see. At any rate, you can never have too many cute little animals. And speaking of cute and little, we're getting a set of officially licensed Pathfinder Chibi Heroes as an add-on. These seem to depict a variety of well-known and beloved Pathfinder characters in Reaper's unique chibi style. I expect these will be about the same scale as the Bonesylvanians line, which I actually showed off in a video a while back, or in line with their other chibi characters that they've made in the past. In addition to this Heroes pack, we're also getting a Pathfinder Chibi Goblins squad of 4. In this instance, you could kind of just get away with using these as any other Goblin mini. Maybe they just have the big head mode cheat unlocked. And finally for this group, we have a Chibi Red Dragon, which is based on an older model. This one could also be used outside of the Chibi realm as a younger dragon, though there's no scale here, so we'll have to see what the size is down the line. Yeah, it's a very unique little selection, kind of niche, but for those who enjoyed the Mouselings from Bones 5, the Bonesylvanians, or the other Chibi Reaper figures, I think they'll be pleasantly surprised to see these showing up. Now, it sounded like you would have to select all of these as separate add-ons, but we'll see if they decide to bundle them together into one option. Speaking of bundles, these next few minis will be coming to us in the Green Griffin expansion. We have 2 tavern patrons enjoying all the luxuries of such a place from a seated position. I really like the way this one's eyelids are half closed. Really sells the drunkenness of the character. He also has a wonderful mustache, glorious even. The chair is actually removable, it's not attached, and it doesn't sound like they'll have like a peg that adheres them to it. Presumably that would mean this seated figure is compatible with a number of chair pieces for TTRPGs as long as it fits, and he could fit right alongside this next patron who is quite deep in that cup it seems. Another lovely townsfolk mini. Also, of the places these could sit together, both a cart and a hearth were mentioned. The hearth is fairly specific, so I think that implies that one will be coming in the expansion, though that mention was by no means a confirmation. We'll still have to wait and see, but it certainly sounds like a plausible inclusion. A bar was also mentioned, but that feels kind of a given the context of the set being a tavern. And last, but certainly not least, we got to see one final unlock for the week, the Painter's Picks, one of possibly a few paint set unlocks. Yeah, not too much to say about this one. There's some nice colors here. There is a price on the screen. That'll probably be the final price, but, you know, anything can change. I've really come to find that Reaper's paints are of excellent quality, so these may be of interest to you if you are looking to expand your paint collection. Granted, it will come at quite a delay, as these are going to ship with the rest of the Kickstarter orders. But if these paints are consistent with the rest of Reaper's lines, it may well be worth it. And with that, we're all caught up for the week. A little bit lighter than previous showcases perhaps, but the Pathfinder and familiar inclusions do bring a lot of promise. What did you think of these reveals? Will you be picking up any of those Pathfinder add-ons? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As for me, I've been the Grotto Goblin of the Goblin's Grotto, and presumably will continue to be, and I'll catch you in the next video. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss it, and consider giving the video a like if you found this content enjoyable, informative, or some other adjective. You can also support or follow along through the links provided on the screen or in the description below. And on the note of support, I just crossed the 50 subscriber threshold, thanks to you all. Frankly, I never expected to be here, and it means a lot to see all of y'all enjoying my content. So, again, thank you, truly. Now please, stay safe, have a good one, and if you got 'em, let's go paint some minis. Take care.